Hello! Welcome back to another minifigure design video. Today we are just finishing up the Gaang with Sokka and Toph, and we're just going to start right off with Sokka here. He's pretty similar to Katara actually in the designs, and I honestly don't remember much about this design process. Yeah, but I guess I just answered my own question. I copy a lot from Katara. Not copy, but like just use it and modify it because it's basically the same thing, and why do the work twice? So yeah, it's just, basic water tribe garbs that they both wear, so might as well just reuse them. Pretty simple stuff. And yeah, they were pretty fun to do. I like how they both turned out. Okay. Do want to say, you can probably see from the thumbnail, I did do custom pieces for their headpieces. They're okay. They're very organic shapes, and I did have a lot of difficulty with them, since I'm not super practiced with organics, like shaping. I'm really not super practiced with 3D modeling at all. I'm kind of just making the best of it with what practice I do have, just because I really wanted to do that, and ultimately I'm glad I did. But the designing process for those, just because I haven't done it too much yet, was a little frustrating. So I didn't record it, and you're really not missing out on much. Like, they didn't take very long. So anyway, they definitely could be better, but given my experience level and everything, I'm very happy with how they turned out. Well, you'll see how they turned out. But yeah, anyway, I'll probably redo them at some point when I'm a little more practiced with 3D modeling programs, at least as far as the actual modeling goes. And yeah, I have one more super organic shape that I want to do for a video that's coming up, but it's just circles, so it won't be too difficult. And then from then on, it will mostly just be more mechanical shapes while I get practiced. So yeah, anyway, I'll point out, ways that I think they could be improved. But we're pretty much done with Sokka as far as the design goes. We're just finishing up his face and matching his eyebrows to the show as closely as we can. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty simple. I basically just modified Katara and then added his boomerang in the back, or the holder for his boomerang in the back. Then we're just going to do Toph, which is another pretty simple one. I debated a little bit on certain what to do in certain places, but ultimately it wasn't. Yeah, has a pretty simple design. Just this belt right here, and then the little flap up top, and a collar, and that's about it. So yeah, and I just used dual molding to get most of the detail in. And I didn't want to do anything. Actually, I think I debated it, but I think I did end up doing a little bit of printing on the arms for her bracelets, which sometimes I don't like doing just because you can't wrap it all the way around. Well, I guess you technically could, because it's 3D modeling stuff and you can do whatever you want, but Lego can't do it in their production. I'm trying to kind of match their style. So yeah, anyway, I ended up doing it though, even though it doesn't wrap all the way around. I'm just gonna do the collar, and the collar is probably, the whole thing was, like I said, pretty simple, but the collar was probably the part I had more trouble with, because as you can see right here, I'm trying to decide if I want to have the lines at the bottom or not, just because it's tan anyway. And I end up going with them just because it's the only way to really get any distinction in there. And I didn't do any real folds in the fabric, just because there's not a lot to do, and I didn't want to use up color on that, and it looked weird with the black. And I think it doesn't detract from anything, honestly, in my opinion at least. I think it looks fine without it. There's not really... She seems to wear pretty stiff fabric, as far as the tan color goes, at least. The green is definitely a little more flowy, but there wasn't really anything to represent there, so that's nice. And yeah, we'll just basically copy that front of the torso to the back, and that will be about it, besides her arm and her face. So we'll just finish those up. Oh, we'll do the arm right now. And it's just a couple lines, so it's pretty simple stuff. Yeah, a lot of designing with stuff like this is just knowing, like, the real difficulty isn't technically in the application, it's in the idea part of it, and just knowing what's too much and, like, how to properly do everything. So yeah, and then we're just going to do her face. I use the technique that I've done with, like, Star Wars aliens and stuff that Lego kind of does a little bit with the Rebel sets, to get her blind appearance across, and then we'll just do the custom mold for the hair in front and everything. Yeah, it's pretty simple too. And I did debate too with all of these figures, actually, with using the new, like, midi legs that Lego has. And I'm just getting rid of some of the eyelashes, just because she's, like, 13, and it's a little, like, too much, I think. And especially for Toph, because Toph is not feminine. I mean, she's feminine, but not really. She, like, embodies more of a tomboy sort of thing. At least that's what they went with. So anyway. Oh yeah, the midi legs. So yeah, like I was saying, Toph is like 13. So, and they're all much shorter than adults in the series. So I debated using the midi legs, at least for Toph specifically, because Toph is a bit shorter than most everybody else, besides probably Aang. And even then she's shorter. But anyway, I ended up not doing that because it looked weird between all of them. But there's the finished result. There's the custom pieces I made and everything. I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. I think they all look really good. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to the Oppa Bill that we'll be putting them on. Feel free to like and subscribe, and have an amazing day.